In a faraway jungle, so dense and vast that even the sunlight struggled to reach the forest floor, lived a curious young tiger named Arya. She was known for her sharp instincts and even sharper eyes. But while Arya was strong and fast, her mind was always filled with questions. She loved the stories the elders told of the mysterious whispering trees, ancient trees that, according to legend, guarded the deepest secrets of the jungle. For years, the creatures of the jungle spoke of strange happenings whenever the whispering trees were mentioned. It was said that the trees, rooted in the farthest corner of the jungle, could talk, not with words but with whispers carried on the wind, speaking only to those who dared to listen. No one had ever ventured deep enough to find them, for they were hidden beyond the wild river, through the misty swamp, and in the forbidden Shadow Valley. One evening, as the jungle was bathed in the golden light of the setting sun, Arya sat with her best friend, Nico the parrot, perched on a high branch. His vibrant feathers gleamed in the light, and his beak clicked with curiosity. "Arya, I overheard something at the watering hole today," Nico squawked, his eyes wide. "The whispering trees have spoken. Some say they warned of a great danger coming to the jungle." Arya's ears perked up. She had always been fascinated by the idea of the whispering trees. Danger? What kind of danger? "No one knows," Nico said, his wings fluttering nervously. "But if the trees are warning us, it must be serious." "I'm worried." Arya's mind raced. She knew that if the trees were whispering about a threat, the jungle needed to know the truth. "Then we have to find the trees ourselves," Arya said firmly. "We have to listen to what they're saying." Nico blinked. "But Arya, no one's ever been able to find them, and the path is filled with dangers." Arya stood up, her striped fur rippling in the evening light. "That's why we have to go. If we can't find them, who will?" With a deep breath and determination in her heart, Arya and Nico set off on their journey. They traveled through the thick jungle, past towering trees, and through shimmering streams, until they reached the edge of the wild river. The current was swift, and the river roared as it rushed through the jungle. For most animals, crossing it would have been impossible. But Arya, with her powerful legs, leaped from stone to stone, carrying Nico on her back. Together, they crossed the river and pressed on toward the misty swamp. The misty swamp was known for its dense fog and murky waters, where hidden dangers lurked beneath the surface. As they stepped into the swamp, the air became thick with mist, and eerie sounds echoed through the trees. Suddenly, the ground beneath them shifted, and Arya realized they were sinking into quicksand. Nico squawked in panic as they struggled to free themselves. "Hold on, Nico," Arya growled, using all her strength to pull them onto solid ground. With one mighty push, they escaped the quicksand, panting but safe. "This place is dangerous," Nico said, trembling. "Maybe we should turn back." Arya shook her head. "We can't. The jungle is counting on us." They pressed on, finally reaching the edge of the Shadow Valley. The valley was dark and foreboding, with towering cliffs and thick clouds that blocked out the sun. As they descended into the valley, the air grew colder, and Arya could feel the weight of the jungle's ancient history pressing down on them. It was then that they heard it, a faint whisper carried on the wind, like the soft rustling of leaves. The whispering trees. "We're close," Arya whispered, her heart racing. "The trees are speaking." Following the sound, they made their way to a hidden grove, where the trees were unlike any Arya had ever seen. Their trunks were twisted and covered in ancient moss, and their branches stretched high into the sky. The air around them buzzed with energy, and the whispers grew louder, swirling around Arya and Nico. "We hear you, whispering trees," Arya called out. "What is the danger you speak of?" For a moment, the air was still, and then the trees began to speak through the wind, their voices clear but soft as the breeze. "The balance of the jungle is in danger. The great devourer is awakening." Arya's heart skipped a beat. The great devourer was a creature of legend, a monstrous beast said to consume everything in its path, leaving nothing but destruction behind. "How do we stop it?" Arya asked urgently. The trees rustled again. "You must find the heart of the jungle. It lies within the great cavern, guarded by the flame of life. Only the heart can restore balance and keep the devourer at bay. The whispering faded, and the grove grew silent. "We have to go, Nico," Arya said, her voice filled with resolve. "We have to find the heart of the jungle before it's too late." With the knowledge from the whispering trees, Arya and Nico raced through the jungle, heading toward the great cavern. Their journey was long and filled with challenges. Raging storms, fierce predators, and treacherous cliffs, but they never gave up. Finally, they reached the great cavern, a massive cave hidden behind a waterfall. Inside, they found the heart of the jungle, a glowing, pulsating stone that radiated life and energy. But before they could take it, a great roar echoed through the cavern. The great devourer had arrived, a massive beast with scales like obsidian and eyes that glowed with hunger, emerged from the shadows. It towered over Arya, its jaws snapping as it lunged toward them. Arya, using all her strength and speed, dodged the devourer's attacks while Nico swooped overhead, distracting the beast. With a swift and powerful leap, Arya grabbed the heart of the jungle and held it high. As its light filled the cavern, the devourer howled in pain and began to shrink, its power fading. The heart of the jungle restored balance, and the devourer was sealed away, never to threaten the jungle again. Exhausted but triumphant, Arya and Nico returned to their home, where the animals of the jungle greeted them with cheers and celebration. The whispering trees had been right. The jungle was safe, thanks to Arya's courage and determination. And from that day on, the whispers of the trees continued, watching over the jungle, and Arya was known as the hero who saved them all. I hope you enjoyed the story.